You know, I'm usually a much more simple function over fashion kind of guy, but I still do appreciate finer things in life. And although I'm not much a collector of anything, I still own a lot of cameras, and I like cameras that are more than just a simple tool for taking pictures, and I like cars that are more than just the transportation that takes people from A to B, and watches are a great example of that. And although we have smartphones and smartwatches and fitness trackers nowadays, different watches serve different purposes to different people over the years, and there's not a lot of logical reason for anybody to wear a watch nowadays, but people still like them. Sometimes people spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on them because to them, watches mean so much more than just a tool that tells time. So if you're into photography and if you're a bit of a watch nerd, you probably have already heard of this company called TACS, and TACS just sent me this watch called Automatic Vintage Lens 2, and this watch has been around for a while, but they just came out with this newest dark metal edition, and it's basically the same watch as before, but now it comes in this dark metal finish, stainless steel body and the strap, and it looks and feels really nice in your hands. And when I saw it on the website, I thought it was going to be a lot darker, but in person it looks much more like a gunmetal type of gray, and it's really nice. I like it a lot. For those of you who are not familiar with the watch, the Vintage Automatic Lens 2, or the AVL2, is a watch made in Japan. This is a watch that's designed to look like a camera lens, and it's a design inspired by vintage cameras and lenses, and I think they did a great job capturing the essence of the design language, not just trying to make it look like a literal camera lens. Remember those camera lens mugs that people used to sell, the one that looked like a Canon L lens? It's nothing like that. It feels much more premium, and you wouldn't get that this is supposed to look like a camera lens unless you're a photographer. And there's so much little details that's gone into this watch, and I've been wearing this watch for a couple of weeks now, and some of you might have already noticed in my previous videos, but I'm still discovering like little things that I haven't noticed before. It's not a watch that serves a lot of functions like, you know, those watches with a lot of chronographs and stuff like that, but this is a watch that's just really fun to look at. The face of the watch is made of sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating, and on the back of the watch there's also sapphire crystal windows so you can see what's going on inside the watch. The watch is water resistant up to 100 meters, although I don't think I've ever been that deep underwater, so I don't think I need to worry about that. And the watch also glows in the dark, and I mean, compared to something like an OLED screen on an Apple Watch, it's nowhere near as bright enough, but it's still functional, and it's nice that it has that. The watch also comes in this beautiful wooden box with leather straps, and it also comes with the leather cover for the watch face, and even the box itself is really cool. And believe me, I went to art school. I know how much money and time that goes into making something like this, and they put in a lot of work in here. It is a larger watch than I would normally wear, and it is 47 millimeters as it says on the front here. I was a little worried that it might be too big for my wrist because I don't have the thickest wrist in the world, but in person it's actually not as big as I thought it would be. It is quite hefty, as you might expect, but after wearing this for about 3 or 4 days, I got really used to it, and I barely even feel it anymore. And so far, pretty much every single person that I've run into, or all of my friends, and even my barber was commenting about it, and he wanted to buy this watch right away. And everyone who looks at the watch, they're not like, "Ooh, that watch looks like a camera lens," but everyone's more just like, "Ooh, that's a really interesting watch. What is that?" And you know, I don't normally dress to impress people or get people's attention, but I think because of that, this is a perfect watch for someone like me. Something like this I don't think is a dress watch. I think it's a watch that goes really well with simpler outfits. So yeah, I like this watch a lot, and this is definitely my favorite design. I love the dark metal finish, and I love the metal straps. I think it goes really well with the watch design. So the TACS AVL2 Dark Metal Edition will be available in November around Thanksgiving time, and if you go to the link down below right now, you can get 30% off on the watch. So please check it out. And that's it for me today, and thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.